Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Our next guest has appeared on shows such as The Gifted on Fox, Black Lightning on the CW, Kevin Probably Saves the World on ABC, and Ozark on Netflix. That's just to name a few. She joined us tonight to discuss her career. Please help me welcome the very talented Mimi Fletcher. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Stephen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks.
I know we're all in this quarantine and social distancing. How's it going for you and your family?
It's actually going really well for us. We have my 84, soon to be 85-year-old mom living with us.
Oh, wow.
So we're not playing around. We're not going out, not letting anybody in the house, so I'm not trying to have her go anytime soon.
Exactly. Are you in Atlanta?
I'm not. I left Atlanta. I'm actually in Albuquerque right now.
Okay. So what are they doing there in terms of opening up? I know a lot of places they're opening up the states, in some areas. Are they doing that where you are?
Not yet. We are still on lockdown until the 15th, which is what, Friday?
Friday.
So we're waiting to hear from the governor after that.
Will you feel comfortable if they do open it up on the 15th?
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
no.
Me either.
No, it's too many people still dying from this.
And the numbers are raising.
Yes. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand what's going on, why places are opening back up.
I don't either. Well, God bless them. They'll be the guinea pigs. So you're from Maryland.
I am.
And you used to watch Fame, and that's how you got that love for acting.
Definitely. I just knew I was going to be on that show. Even though I was a kid, I just knew I was going to be on it.
And then you moved to LA. What gave you the courage to move to LA the first time you went?
My daughter, actually. I was depressed for a long, long time, and she picked up on that as a small child.
Yeah.
And I remember picking her up and setting her in my lap one day, and she's just like, "Mommy, why do you look so sad all the time?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah.
You don't think kids pick up on
everything. Yeah.
She picked up on that. Like, she honed in on it. And I was like, I cannot do this. I can't raise her like this.
Yeah.
In this mental state, I just can't. And, acting was always something that I wanted to do. And I just knew that I had to just go for it.
Yep.
So that's what did it.
So you moved out there, then you ended up moving back to Maryland, and that was after 9/11, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad came and got me.
He did? What did he say?
He was like, "Let's go."
Time to go. Time to go. So then, unfortunately, your dad passed away, but you had a conversation with him prior to that, and he told you, move back to LA. He
did, yeah. Some friends and I had gone to Aruba. We were big Boys to Men fans. So we used to go around the country and outside of the country, actually, and tour, not really with them, but just to support them. We were not groupies. Let's get that very clear right now. We were not groupies.
Right,
We had gone for, they were in some jazz fest there. So we had gone for that, came back, and my dad picked me up from the airport, took me out to lunch. And I was just like, "Dad, you know what? I'm just not happy here."
Yeah.
And he said, "Save up your money and get back out to LA." And he was going to match whatever I saved. So,
wow.
Yeah. So he died a week later. And
do you feel like you honored him by moving out there and pursuing? Was that maybe a push for you?
Oh, it definitely was. I was like, I have to do this.
Yeah.
Aside from the first time I tried, with respect to my daughter, my dad actually was probably my biggest supporter. I remember going to audition.
I know you were a daddy's girl.
I was, yeah. I grew up with 3 older brothers, so I can help that. But it was something I had to do to try and make him proud, even though he was no longer physically here. I just had to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like he's watching.
Well, he definitely is. And so you've done a lot of projects. You did a lot of stand-in work, extra work, and then you got your own roles. So when you went from doing the stand-in roles and the extra, and you finally get your speaking work, your lines, and your character, how did that feel like getting to that next level?
It was actually kind of weird because my first real speaking role, I got upgraded as an extra on a
Yeah.
film.
Mm-hmm.
So I was working on My Sister's Keeper, and I was in a small scene with Abigail Breslin and Joan Cusack, and I had to let Abigail into Joan Cusack's office, but I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah.
So the director went to the bathroom. I went out to the hallway and caught him as he was coming back. I was like, "Hey, don't you want me to say something?" And he was like, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do." So he gave me lines,
Wow.
and I went back there and I was like, "Hey," I told the I guess it was probably the second AD. I was like, "Hey, Nick told me to say something." He was like, "No, let's not do that. We'll talk to whoever the first AD was." I was like, "No,
Mm-mm. They're taking my
Nick
lines.
said it. Nick said it. Nick's
Right.
the director. He said it." So he called Nick over, and Nick was like, "Yeah, I did." So I got upgraded, and
That's awesome.
I actually fought back tears because of my dad. Just
Yeah.
thinking about him, and I was like, "Wow, this is actually happening."
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
really happening because they were putting my makeup on and getting my hair together. And I started to tear up, and the makeup artist was like, "Please don't do that. Not
Right.
right now.
Yeah.
Not right now." And I was like, "You just don't understand." I had always hoped that my dad would be there
Right.
physically,
Yeah. To
when
see it.
yeah.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you were in LA, and then eventually you moved to Atlanta. What made you decide to move to Atlanta at the time?
Everything was happening in Atlanta. It was taking over as like the filming capital of
Yeah.
the country.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured I should go there and give
Yeah.
it a shot.
Yeah.
What did I have to lose?
Right. Right. And
Yeah.
and obviously it's different in LA versus Atlanta. What were the biggest differences for you in your career?
Um, well, I would have said traffic, but the traffic was pretty bad there. But
Yeah.
are you
It's
there?
bad. I'm here in Atlanta, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? The crazy thing is, I love LA, and so I go all the time. And well, prior to all this, but everyone always talk about how bad the traffic was in LA, and I was like, I'd never experienced that. But one Friday, I had to go for work last year in December. It took me 2.5 hours to get what would take like 40 minutes. I said, okay, this is what they're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
tell people that Atlanta traffic rivals the LA traffic.
Ain't no
Like
joke.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as far as acting, the auditions, they're not in-person auditions for the most part.
Hmm.
They're pretty much self-tapes, which means, you're either at your house taping, like I've got the setup
Yeah.
right back here and a camera in front,
Uh-huh.
the lights and all, but you either do it yourself or you go someplace and have somebody tape you, and
Yeah.
then you send your tape in. Whereas in LA, you're in the room
Right.
auditioning right in front of casting right then and there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was the main difference. There are 1,000 people who look like me out there. So the competition's pretty steep
Yeah.
in Atlanta. So, I was just blessed, extremely blessed to get the roles that I did while I
Yeah.
was out there.
Hmm.
It was a complete shock. And I mean, I'm very, very thankful for those roles and those opportunities for sure.
Most definitely. So how do you get into character? I've interviewed a lot of actors, and everyone has their own method. What's your method in getting into character?
Um, I think I just know that, I can be fired at any time. So
Right.
I'm like,
That's your motivation.
yep, better do it and do it
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Do what I did in the audition. I don't really see, I haven't had like significant roles where I really needed to,
Okay.
take time and get into character. Generally, I've been a nurse. I think I've played a nurse like 3 or 4 times,
Okay.
or a receptionist.
Hmm.
And that just comes from my day job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, just dealing with stupidity, on the job. So,
Right. Exactly.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
don't really have to do a lot right now, but
Okay.
as I grow and as my roles get bigger, then, I will have to take time and really get into a character.
What would be your dream role?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. I don't know if I really have a dream role. Like I have goals for right now, like, just to move up from where I am right now, but I don't think I have one ultimate dream role. I just want to keep working. You know, I would love to be on This Is Us and Bosch. Like those are a couple of my favorite shows right now.
Yeah. What are you watching now we're on quarantine? Are you binging Netflix and Hulu like everyone else?
I don't really have time like that because I still work. So apparently I'm essential.
You're essential.
My day job.
Okay.
I guess. So
okay. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I have, like, on the weekends I'll stay up for, hours and hours into the early morning watching shows. So I watched Little Fires Everywhere. That was really good. What else? I've been trying to catch up on Ozark.
Okay.
So I stopped watching after the episode I was in.
Yeah.
But I need to catch up on that. I hear season 3 is awesome.
They say it's great. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Right?
Good things.
Yeah.
So what was I going to ask you? I know that you had several projects that have kind of been put on hold due to the pandemic. How do you think it's going to impact Hollywood? Because they're talking about even like with love scenes, they may not be able to do love scenes anymore because of social distancing. That's going to be hard. But how do you think this global pandemic is going to change Hollywood and the film and television industry?
That's a really good question. I don't know even what to make of that because, I've been taking workshops throughout this classes, and each casting director has a different idea of what's going to happen. There's articles out there how they're going to deal with things, but really I don't think anybody really truly knows right now. So it's really hard to say. As far as love scenes, I mean, that's not for me. I mean, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I am not being considered for love scenes. So
you might. You never know.
That's true. You never
Would you
know.
feel comfortable doing a love scene?
Well, I don't feel comfortable just in general. I don't think I have the right body type for a love scene, if that makes sense. I mean, I know that, they are starting to cast women who have more pushing for the cushion, but I don't really, I don't know. I think probably if I felt better about myself, I would probably feel more comfortable.
I understand.
Doing a love scene.
I think we all want to be comfortable, you know what I mean? Just in general.
Yeah.
Well, you have some things coming up. I'm excited for you once this all is done. But tell everyone the best way to keep up with everything you have going on.
Probably Instagram. I have a fan page on Facebook. The only problem with Facebook is I don't have Messenger on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
So I get people sending me messages, and I'm like, oh, I can't read it. So I hope it wasn't anything important.
Right, exactly.
But I can get messages on Instagram, and Instagram is my name, Mimi Fletcher. Facebook is Mimi Fletcher Actor. I'm on Twitter, but I rarely use that.
Yeah. I definitely understand. Listen, Mimi, thank you so much for taking time out your schedule. Hope you and your family stay safe. And for more information, you can go to our website, thestephenknightshow.com. Her social media links will be in our bio on this video. But thank you so much, Mimi.
Thank you for having me. Can I just add one more thing?
Absolutely.
I forgot the shows. So I really love the Chicago shows, like Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med. So, you asked about my dream role, and I guess just to say right now, that would probably be to have a recurring role on those shows.
Okay.
One that'll cross over to every show.
Yeah.
I don't have to
nice.
just do one and done.
Exactly.
Yeah. So thank you for letting me add that.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping that for you. And I wish you nothing but success.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. This has been great.
Thank you. We'll right back after this. You too.